WPAA-TV. This is the community television station for Wallingford, Connecticut. Unlike other community TV stations, we have a film initiative here and a gallery, and we actually own our own building. Many of the community TV stations are not nonprofit and don't have the luxury of owning the facility that they are in. Right now, you've just come through the entryway. We have our awards from over the years on the wall, including the Overall Excellence Award for 2 years in a row, 2014 and 2015. We have a mascot, Freeman P. Quinn. Freeman was originally called the Blue Chicken when he made his first public appearance. And as a result of being called the Blue Chicken, we decided to have a naming contest and have him become the permanent mascot. That was in 2008. His full name is Freeman Penny Quinn I, Free Speech Ambassador. Freeman is our front for outreach. Here's our front for fundraising. He goes into the community with a human embodying him in this outfit, but he also is embodied by humans in the social media space. So you are communicated with by Freeman P. Quinn, which could be any number of volunteers behind the scenes here at the TV station. Here is the community meeting room, which is available to the public for use at no charge, based on a first-come, first-served basis. And as you can see right here, this is the current new exhibit. We do have a few permanent pieces that we feel reflect the vision of the station. You can see a greater than life-size tiger on a 2-story building. It covers the entire side of the building, and it was to address a blight situation that we hadn't anticipated. Everything you see in this building actually was not here when it was acquired by the volunteers in December of 2009. In 2009, we did create a purchase agreement with a local member of the community, and subsequently had 5 phases of renovation to move in. And during those phases, volunteers were very much at the core of the story. There were no structural walls. There was no permanent floor. The staircase that we see here was really one that looked more like something out of a horror film. So the entire downstairs was gutted and reconfigured based on a plan conceived of and approved by the volunteer team. As you look down the hallway, you will see that you're facing a stone wall, and that stone wall means that you are literally underground. This was a cattle barn in 1924, and there are currently 3 streams that come under the building, and the volunteers had to address the streams, the being underground for the plumbing, and new entrance that's safe and wider for people to go to the 2nd floor. We must be handicapped accessible for all functions that are provided in the building, and that includes the studio space and the community space. And so there's also a handicap access ramp in the back of the building that you can check out later. This is what we call old media. We've had youth with us for 3 summers in a row. This summer, the youth program was not funded due to cutbacks in the state and federal budget. They are usually hired by the town of Wallingford and placed here, and we are a host location. This has the story of the 1st floor, the story of the 2nd floor, and the planning phase here that was done by the volunteers. Here is a picture of the prior entrance to the 2nd floor. Sans a lot of the spider webs and other creepy things that were in there. And here's Jimmy, the chief of the Ojibwa tribe, who was with us for that first summer of renovation. He gifted us the starburst staircase. This particular function right here this is the control room now, which has the heart of the TV capture, the console, the music capture, the sound, audio capture, the lights, and so forth. All the electronic gear to operate the studio is in that room. This is the distribution/closet. This is how we go out as TV. It was once filled with 3 racks like this that had DVD holders. Technology has changed and we've had to keep up with that technology change. That in and of itself is an ongoing challenge. I've been the volunteer executive director here for 4 years, and in that period of time we've upgraded twice, invested $350,000 in new technology to try to keep up with the times. This is the green room, the waiting area for those that are going on TV as guests or those that are working on the film team. As you look down the hall, there are 3 rooms that are edit bays that can be reserved for editing. If you look to the right on the French doors, that is the access that includes the handicap access. This is the hub of the technology that is used to create TV or film. It is a no food zone, as you can see. That was the light board that you were just looking at. There is a soundboard. The hub is a video capture system that it is all connected together, and you get to see what is going on out there. This area here actually is one of my favorite stories. These are pizza tables that came from one of the longest standing pizza locations in town that actually closed recently. It was opened in 1968 and it closed last year. When they were demolishing, one of our board members brought it to my attention, and I said, oh, I know exactly where I could put 2 pizza booths. And no one else agreed that we could use 2 pizza booths in the station. However, this is the favorite spot of every visitor. People would rather sit here than sit in other chairs when they're coming to see the Jubilee, which is an every 2-week show with a Christian band that's sort of country sounding. People come in to get these seats first. It took 48 hours to get the pizza smell out of these and reconstruct them for this space. One of the things that we'd like to share with future interns here is that we have the opportunity to work with robotic cameras as well as a floor camera with a teleprompter. These things are not available in every community television station, but when we upgraded to become HD, we also wanted to ensure that we had new technology that could be used for those that come in and want to do some intern opportunities and train here. And it's always so cool to see the film projects going on because they actually recreate the space in ways that were never previously imagined. We are pleased that Phase 5 of the renovation speaks to the heart of what we do, being powerful, wild, and free for art, in addition to being advocates of free speech in our community.
Hi, I am Bruce Haig. I'm crew, whatever needs to be done, and I'll be playing the role of the Overlord in the Sparrow Falling. The Overlord's death set the story into effect. So I'm actually dead before the story takes off, so all my scenes are flashbacks. I really haven't done a whole lot of acting, so most of my stuff has been behind the camera. As far as crew goes, in 2005 I graduated with a degree in broadcast communications, so I've been doing it pretty much for the past 20 years or so. I've had a public access TV show for 21 years. It's Center Ring, where we interview wrestlers. Yeah, I've actually met quite a few. Rhino, Kevin Nash, Lita, the Bella Twins, The Rock, back when he was still the Blue Chipper, Rocky Maivia, Kurt Angle, Cody Rhodes. As far as the Sparrow Falling, pretty much every day is different, so every day that we're on set is a new experience. On this project, it's pretty much what we've been calling the Insta sets. Al will have an idea for a set and he'll say, oh, this here, that there, and we'll just put it all together in a few minutes and it looks like it's been there forever. What makes it successful is the person, whether it's the director or the producer, who's in charge of it has a definite vision of what they want and can communicate it to their crew so that way everybody's on the same page. I would say, at the very least, try different things before you decide, this one thing. Because the more things you try, the more you learn how much you do or don't like certain things. But yeah, definitely, when you find something you like, keep at it, because you can only get better at it.
My name's Tom Oliveira. I use Tommy O. I'm the newest tech. It looks like people get swallowed up and they do tech work or something and want to get in the show. This may be my 5th time working with them, and the story is it's engaging. I'm happily in the control room, but I know other people have been written in because they got so caught up in the story. The language in film is so much different from theater or television. Some specifics, but the basic level of courtesy, focus, and attention, it's exciting. This is the first film crew I've seen, so the words are new to me, some of the jargon, but the professionalism and the intention, they commit to every move that they're doing here, whether it be just getting the scenery up or delivering their lines. It's a great level of professionalism that's in a small community television station. It's no different from when I was working at the Delacorte in Central Park. I think that the level of professionalism does get people somehow jazzed. It does for me to see that somebody who there's a vision at the top, and the 2 guys who are guiding this, I think, are dovetailing some interesting things. Noel has brought film tech here in a way that I find exciting, and I think everybody is just jumping up another level because we're given, it starts from the top, a very high level of expectation, and everyone seems to be doing it. I don't know that these guys, maybe they have decades of film experience already, but they act like it though. And staying within a comfort zone. This studio for me was a move out of the comfort zone about 1.5 years ago into more closely working with a digital board. I'm kind of an analog guy stuck in the digital world, or I've made thanks to this place, I've made the transition with the help of Aaron Stonehenge Sound, who installed this PreSonus board, and his advice and guidance. I've gotten a real good handle on this, which was at one time, and the first show I had done was a live broadcast here, and it was filled with all the car crashes that you would expect, including the talent showing me how to use the board or looking on YouTube to try to get echo into his monitors. But the point being, stay out of the comfort zone, or reach out. And there are people here, wherever you go, to give you support. This place is great for that. The high level of expectation and support in getting that I think will flip anybody into a greater level of technical expertise, social skills, working with people, and your own personal dealing with the problems, or let's say the challenges, the change in plans that inevitably come up. Like this project, the Sparrow Falls, is part of it is dealing with the rolling with the changes that have occurred, including data loss, rewriting of scenes around some key. I think maybe even I don't think we've lost characters, but you know the point I'm making. Dealing with changes from plan, and these guys do it on a every other day basis.
It took, like, while I was doing the volunteering stuff, while I was working on the trucking and moving, maybe 13 years of that, we got really sick of the daily grind and everything.
Yeah.
Trucking and trying. I'm like, no, I'm sick of this. totally sick of me working like 60 to 80 hours a week and sending somebody else to Aruba. If I'm gonna be broke, I'm gonna do it because I'm broke, because it's my business. Not doing it, still having no time. So I made my own company. I quit trucking and made a special effects company and started working on movies and TV right away and stuff, you know? So I guess it's a local boy does good story, I guess.
Absolutely.
You know?
Doing what you love to do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good. Like my kids like it. It's good press. Like whenever I'm in the paper and stuff, and it's not bad. It's cool. The kids are just like all about it. They have like bragging rights and crap, you know. Horror is what I'm used to. Like really, that's my go-to, honestly. The first one actually that I worked on, full horror, was a little local indie called Vampires Don't Sparkle, which is, yeah, take that where you will. And then I went and, you know, just went small on productions, and they gave me a shot, and then they saw my work, so they're like, all right, you're really good, so I'm going to put you on this NBC Universal Chiller Channel movie that we're making in Norwich, which was Steve Niles Remains. He's the one who did 30 Days a Night. So they brought me on that as special effects also. And it took off from there. That's the movie where I made connections with other legit production companies and stuff, you know? And it just took off. But, I mean, the only real advice I can give to anybody, whether it's in special effects, acting, crew, whatever, you can have 95% skill and be a douchebag. Or you can be 60% skill and be the best person around and helps with everything, makes people laugh and stuff. You're just a good person. Who do you think's getting hired every time?
Yeah.
Not the 95% skill douchebag, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
So, that's with life, though, you know? Try to be a good person, do good stuff, people hire you back. Hillary is like the most patient. As I'm just like rubbing at her face. This is great. I love this girl.
Oh, thank you.
She wears death very well too. It was a fun one,
It
right?
was absolutely fun.
See? No, she's not afraid of it or apprehensive for anything. She can take anything. And because we're explaining what we're doing with talent, whenever we're doing it, she actually has kind of in on the know-how of why it happens and how to do it, you know?